Our Help Hawaii Telethon has just kicked off as we raise money to help those who've literally lost everything to the devastating wildfire in Maui. And right now, volunteers with the American Red Cross are actually on the ground providing necessary relief and resources to those affected. Joining me, Steve Walsh with the Red Cross. And you've responded to other natural disasters in other parts of the world. Give us a little perspective. I mean, when we say they've lost everything, I mean, they've lost everything often, right?
Right. I mean, people don't come to a shelter unless they have nowhere else to go. So, I mean, it's chaos in those first 24, 48 hours. And, you know, the folks that are coming to us absolutely need help. They need safety, security, comfort, all those things because they have nothing else at that moment. So.
You've just you received some new numbers. Can you tell us what you've learned just within the past hour or so?
Yeah, so we now have 11 shelters open on Maui, helping all these folks, and the numbers of people that are in the shelters are now upwards of 3,600, and those numbers are going to grow. I
mean, from blankets to toiletries to food, they need absolutely everything. Let's talk about kind of the mental help that you guys can often offer. Shoulder to cry on, somebody to talk to. That is incredibly important too, and that's what the Red Cross provides as well, right?
Right. We have trained volunteers that are ready to handle situations from anything from I just need to talk to I have, you know, serious anxiety over what happened, and that's what we're there for. Literally, is to be a good neighbor, essentially, and a good friend, to listen to them. And if they have issues that we need to refer out to partners in that community, we will do it. But that's a big part of what we're doing because people are under so much stress right now.
What are you hearing from your volunteers on the ground? Are they just saying like the scene is kind of overwhelming? I mean, you guys are trained to deal with things that are overwhelming, but what are they saying?
The parallels that I keep hearing are this is a lot like the fire in Paradise. You know, a lot of us in Northern California have responded to the wildfires up here, so there's rung a lot of parallels between those two events. It looks a lot the same, and though that we're ready to handle kind of the same situations, as we said, the mental health issues, the immediate comfort, that's exactly what we're there to do.
Okay, and when is the next round of volunteers going to head out, and how many ultimately will there be, or do you know yet?
I mean, I know the numbers are going to grow. There's about 130 or more out there now, and volunteers are out on a deployment for 2 weeks. So they go home, and it's a long 2 weeks. They work long hours, so we want them to go home and rest, and then we have a new crop coming in to replace them on whatever their specific job is.
So at 6 a.m., about 17 minutes ago, we started our Help Hawaii Telethon, that number there at the bottom of your screen. As we leave that up there and tell people about the QR code that you can use your cell phone camera, and it'll take you right to a link. Real quick, give a pitch on why folks should donate.
So more than 90 cents on every dollar that you donate to us goes directly to the people that need it. So that means that whatever you give us today at this telethon will go right to providing them with the materials we need to keep the shelters open, or the cost to get volunteers over there on planes, all that.
All right, Steve, thank you so much, and thanks to the American Red Cross for the great work you guys do. All right, again, the telethon runs until 11:30 tonight. You have plenty of time to donate. Deirdre?
All right.